Welcome to the Johnson & Johnson podcast, the only SHL podcast, hosted by us, Gabe and Darnell Johnson. I'm Darnell. Gabe, how about you say hello?
Hey guys, we're back for another very timely podcast.
Back for another topical podcast session. That's what we do here at Johnson & Johnson. We're always turning these motherfuckers out.
Yeah, we're always answering the trendiest questions and not ones from weeks ago. Actually, our timing wasn't too bad with this one.
No, because I don't want to put out two podcasts back to back. I want to both give people time to ask us questions, and I also want to give time for the previous podcast to get graded, but I think I just pretty much fucking gave up on that, so...
Yeah, it's kind of been a while now.
Yeah, we're not calling out Mike Izzy so much as we're calling out, media team. What happened, man?
Okay, you know what?
Been two actual weeks.
You know what I'm call out? I'm calling out Tig, the notorious Tig.
The notorious TIG.
He is grading with me for this session, which starts tomorrow. So all I'm saying is that where's our podcast on the list now?
God, I think we're on page 3 of 6.
Something like that. Anyway, Tig, I'm not allowed to I'm not allowed to grade media that I'm involved in. So it's on you, brother. You better
help a
grade
brother
it.
out, Tig.
Not even help a brother out, do the job.
Do your fucking job, Tigathy.
Yeah, this will be interesting because you have questions of him later.
Yeah.
Speaking of questions, should we hop into them now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, so the first question is from... first couple questions are from Second Sucks 22, which is Jax Duggan, Hamilton's newest signing. And he said, what do you think of Hamilton's off-season moves now that the team is entering the new season? It's really interesting. It's been a crazy off-season. Because I'm not sure how much you know about it.
Well, but, you guys signed the first offer sheet in SHL history, right?
Yeah, and this is the guy. So, yeah, I think the offer sheet for Jax was definitely a deal that I can understand why there's mixed views on it, because we are giving up a first-round Reddit pick that will likely be very high.
Yeah.
A basically guaranteed top half Reddit pick. But at the same time, in doing that, we got a guy who, on top of being a good player sim-wise, has also been great and in the locker room all the time, and is just a great dude. So, in my personal opinion, I think it was a great move, just because even if in the long term we might come out looking like losers.
I don't think anyone realistically thinks you guys are losers on that trade. I think there's a lot of speculation that you might have overpaid, but
yeah, the offer sheet for sure. And then, do you know about the trade that we did?
See, this is yes, I know about it. I don't know the specifics.
but this is beyond you know.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much so in the trade we gave Tampa. I'll actually pull up the trade now, but we traded Tampa shit. What are the names of their players? Anastasia Okoivu and I think Nikolai Evans.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the players of do you know Pris?
Yeah, I know Pris. She's in my fantasy group actually.
Yeah, so Pris and ZT Evans.
Yeah, I remember that trade actually. Yeah, I remember.
So both these guys are both of them are just huge people on the site.
Oh, absolutely.
These two were they were our first and second overall picks in, I think, season 45.
Wow.
I think Hamilton traded up to second overall to take both of them at once. And I'm not gonna get into any specifics as to why they were traded because that's beyond what I should talk about on a podcast.
Yeah,
but
that's fair. I mean,
but we gave up both of them, like definitely both, like guaranteed, like superstar defensemen in the future, in exchange for a giant load of picks. Really, we got Tampa's Reddit first, Texas's Reddit second, and Tampa's Reddit third, along with the draft afters first and second from Tampa.
and that's going to help you kind of compensate from, ostensibly anyway, help you compensate from the offer sheet. So
Yeah,
in general,
exactly.
when you look at either move, they're both kind of, average, I'd say. But then
Yeah.
when you look at them together, it makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
in general, a lot of people were saying that like you guys are paying too much on the offer sheet, and like, yeah, I can kind of see that argument. But you know me, and I'm also in the camp of like, I think that players should be a lot more mobile between teams, and I think that there should be fewer players taking the minimum salary. So in general, I see this as a good step towards the health of the league. Like right now, it might look a little, but like
Yeah.
it's baby steps,
Yeah, and like something we said a lot is that giving 15 million was definitely like
Yeah.
yeah, it was like like we probably could have offered significantly less than that, and they
It's a,
still wouldn't have matched it.
It's a front
But
loaded.
it does help him out too.
Yeah, it's a front loaded contract though. I mean, his AAV is like less than 7 million.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
the 15 million seems scary, but then when you look at it's 21 million over. Is it? No, it's less than that. It's 19 million.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's AAV is 6 and a
Yeah,
third.
so it's 19 million over 3 seasons. That's pretty big, but not not insane territory.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we can afford it.
Yeah.
So, and then in the trade too, we also got Akashi 6'9".
And 6'9" was great this season. I think he won.
Yeah,
Did
he
he
won
win Rookie of
best
the Year?
rookie, I think.
Yeah.
He won best
I
rookie,
voted
and
for him.
he was also a nominee for best defensive defenseman as a rookie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Which I didn't. Oh man, I was thinking maybe on the podcast I'll open up the awards voting thing, but maybe that's a box that's Pandora's box that's better left undisturbed.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, so he's also like an active TP earner, and he knows a bunch of our guys in the locker room.
Yeah, is he a first gen? Like, or is he a recreate?
I think he's, as far as I know, he's a recreate. I think he's a really long time site member.
I got you. He posted crazy numbers for his rookie season in the SHL. I mean, he was really a standout. I want to say he was maybe even the highest scoring rookie. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I know, like, he was definitely somewhat beneficiary from Tampa just all around being a meme last season.
Tampa way overperformed this season, and it's obvious.
It's kind of ridiculous.
You know what So, last season, who was it? Was it Calgary last season that, like, crazy overperformed?
Well, it was Tampa who...
Oh, no, not last season. I'm sorry. The previous season, not the one that just immediately.
Calgary made it to the finals 2 seasons ago, which I think was unexpected.
Yeah, and I remember after the awards voting, and I guess because I'm more sensitive to that kind of stuff because I am an awards voter, people were like, wow, Calgary, a lot of people in Calgary got snubbed. They had a crazy good season. They got snubbed. So, not that I really internalized it, but looking at the stats again this year, I was like, man, Tampa was like a statistical anomaly, but they had a really good season. So
Tampa swept up the awards. Yeah. It was nuts.
So we nominated, obviously, a few Tampa people, and now people were like, oh, but they're a fluke. Well, fucking, which is it, SHL? Do you want us to, like, acknowledge? Like you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, it's like that's like the whole like, oh, that's a fluke idea makes like no sense.
Yeah,
it's
a fluke season, but they still scored like 8 million goals. Like,
yeah, it's like what? You're just gonna go like, oh well, Flacco Lagerfield's not 66 point good in real life.
yeah, somebody in our Discord, in the Armada Discord, was like, well, they didn't do that good last season. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had to look at the last 12 fucking seasons when I vote for awards.
It's
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I really don't like. There should be like zero historical basis for like it's an individual season awards.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like I think Lagerfield is like by far and away the winner for like everything that he won.
Yeah, he had such a like fucking insane season.
Yeah, like 66 points.
Yep.
He's still a season 41 player.
Yep.
But anyway, next question.
Yeah, do I think Tampa Bay will be able to sign Braden Point? As I was reading that question, I pulled up the like current list of like who we still need to sign in free agency. I don't know. He has turned down an offer sheet from the Canadians, so that's a good sign. However, we also just gave Vasilevsky like, yikes. I don't want to say a bad amount of money. I think he's definitely earned it, but it's like $9 million a year, so that's really high for a goalkeeper. So I don't know. I'm optimistic. I hope that I hope that we'll be able to reach a deal with Point. If not, then I don't know. But I'm very, very cautiously optimistic. In short, I hope so.
Just so I can keep a timer, by the way, how long have we been recording now?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I actually didn't start a timer.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Now Mike is gonna not fucking put us
Wait,
on.
we haven't called out Izzy yet.
I figure we'll do it about halfway through, see if he actually listens.
Alright, fair.
Let's do, I'll start
Rosebud,
now.
Izzy. Rosebud.
Yeah, Rosebud. We'll go for another 40 minutes, say.
Okay.
Sure, that'll probably get us close enough. And we always go a little over anyway, so what's the difference?
That's true. Alright, and we have our biggest fan, Spartan Gibbles, coming in with 4 questions.
Spartan, as an aside, before we get into the... God, they keep pinging me on Discord. Before we get... Fuck off, guys. Before we get into Spartan Gibbles' questions, he told a really funny story about high school in the podcast chat that we have going, so thanks for commiserating with me, Gibbles. That was really sweet of you. Anyway.
Yeah, I think was it Slappy who's shared like a giant story too?
I think Slappy put it in.
I think he put it in the actual. I forget where he put it in.
Maybe it was Slappy. I thought it was Spartan Gibbles, but it might have been Slappy.
No, I'm pretty sure it's who told his own embarrassing story in there. Yeah, I think it was Slappy who said that. He did it like long after the post went up too, so
like a week after. And it's still up, so come on, Tig.
He's probably stopping us from getting graded with that, to be honest. What the fuck, man? But, so you're keeping the questions flowing so we can get that sweet podcast paycheck.
Get a sweet podcast
bro.
paycheck.
So, obligatory food question. Tacos, nachos, or a taco salad / walking taco?
What's a walking taco?
I don't even know what that last one is.
Oh, shit. Walking taco. I googled it, and it's like a taco inside a Fritos bag.
What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna link this in the Discord chat, and they're gonna have to figure it out.
Wait, whoa. Okay. Interesting.
You're gonna have to figure it out.
Interesting.
So it's like you just take a bag of Fritos, you dump all your tacos ingredients in there, and you just stir the fuck out of it, looks like?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really keen on that.
Yeah. I'll say tacos.
Yeah, I'm a taco purist,
Yeah.
It's just a perfect, like... Tacos and nachos don't really belong in the same group for me, though.
Yeah.
But,
they're like very different contexts.
Yeah. But for most occasions, I would go for a taco over nachos. That's true. That's the least we've never really argued about food before. That's definitely the least discussion we've ever had about food.
Yeah, we just like it's just a easy question.
Yeah,
to be
that's an easy one. Yeah, I love tacos.
Okay, now that you both have experienced the chaos of a Reddit draft, what players do you think will be steals for their teams? Anaheim's strategy of taking everyone that they can paid off with pick 149 becoming active and joining our locker room. Oh, that's nice.
That is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, we are just doing so much. It's not like we're gonna make a short list of fucking everyone.
Yeah. It was man, it was really chaotic, the Reddit draft.
It really was.
We put a lot of effort into it, and I don't
We
know.
already spoke about this, to be honest, but
I feel like most of our players are steals. I mean, it's sad that
honestly,
Graves went
yeah,
inactive.
I mean, obviously we're gonna say that, but
Right.
I think the fact that we managed to get both Ferda and Apricot in
Ferda and Apricot have both been really good for the locker room. And Venables, Budgie, he is... Man, he's crazy with all these media articles that he's putting out. Did you read the one last night that I called Nerd Shit?
Oh, wait, was that the one where he was talking about the possibility of, like, getting TPE for, like, on ice sim stuff? Yeah, I didn't necessarily, like, agree with the content, but, like, you know,
it's an interesting concept, though.
And he gets paid, and yeah, it's interesting for discussion for sure.
There it is.
But I mean, like, I can't really answer who is a steal for other teams.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know, it's like
here, I'll say this. I think anyone who you got and who remains active, I think that's a steal.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I do have to say that for Anaheim, getting Ivan Maximus, that's the thief of cheese himself, he at a 9th overall is a move that's going to look great. He's a rookie and he just got hired as the SMJHL budget director, which is like a $5 million per season job or something.
What does the budget director do?
I think because they're going to introduce a budget to the J.
Oh, okay.
So they're putting faith in him to drive that forward. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's see. For other, that's too many people. I can't really say one way or the other who's
Stacey Jefferson Jr. I think went 34th overall. It's a steal.
That's fair, yeah. There's definitely a lot of people in like some of the lower rounds that are people who stayed active.
Rip.
Like I know both Lethbridge and Anaheim got active people in like the latter 3 rounds.
I think with the chaos, the like just general insanity around the Reddit draft, and with so many people, I think even the first few picks are hard to decide, but I think especially the middle picks and even the late picks, basically anything after like pick 3, it's basically a fucking stab in the dark. Like you have have your ideas, and like you never know because it's such a small sample size of like what were you and I realistically looking for? Okay, they created their update page, they're active, they're talking, blah blah blah. But that's like 3 days. So anything can happen after the first week you're with someone. They can go like, actually, I don't have the time for this. I'm just gonna fuck off. And it's such a gamble. And like even taking anyone from any draft for the J is inherently a gamble. That's
pretty much.
So, you know, as cheesy as it sounds, anybody who stays active, I mean, that's a fucking steal. It doesn't matter where you got them. Like
pretty much.
We just want more people in the community. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I care about, really.
Yeah.
So we heard some rough moments from high school last time, so we'll 180 this time. What's your favorite memory from high school? This one I could probably answer. As lame as it might be. I have to say, probably... maybe not. My favorite memory.
I've got a story to tell. So
Here we go.
I don't
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to try and think of yours while I tell the story.
Yeah.
In high school,
it doesn't blow mine out of the water.
I said I talked about it last week, and I was supposed to last podcast, and it was supposed to tie into the story, but I never ended up finishing it. But I was a high school runner. I ran track and cross country, and I was pretty good. Right. My senior year, so it was what would become my last ever race. No, second to last. So it was regionals. We ran against a bunch of really good teams, and we got our asses handed to us, but it wasn't even close. Normally I would run about like an 18-minute 5K, around 18 flat. That's just under 6-minute pace. It's not particularly great, but it's also not terrible.
Okay.
This race I ran like a 21:40. It was the slowest race I think I've ever run. And I have no idea why. No fucking clue why. But like, they're handing out the trophies, they're handing out the medals. It happens that we were down in a town called Estero, Florida, which is where a couple of my cousins live. By chance. So they were there for the race, and one of my cousins, Marina, was a runner on her girls' cross-country team. And they won.
Okay.
Like, they won the girls' race. So
damn.
I went to my cousin Marina and I was like, hey, could I, like, borrow your trophy? It's like, we just want to take some pictures with the trophy. So we got, I got my team together, and there's a few pictures of us, and I'll dig them up and put them in the post, of me holding the girls' 5A trophy with, like, my team around me. And then my coach came over, like... My coach always had this, like just spidey sense of any time I was fucking up. So he comes over and he's like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, it's the girls' trophy. He's like, why do you have it? And I was like, oh, my cousin is like, I don't give a shit, give it back. And he was so pissed at me. And not because, like, I took the trophy from someone else, but because I was holding a trophy that I didn't win. Oh, he got so fucking furious. It was unreal.
Nice.
Yeah, that was maybe the most fun I've had after a race. I totally did not. I didn't deserve to be in the same area code as that fucking trophy. Another story I have, it's a good one. It's not a great memory, but it is a great memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I tell this story every now and again because it's just so fucking stupid. I had a buddy named Dean who was a skateboarder, and Dean was like 27, but still in high school. He was just a big, dumb idiot. Love him to death, great guy, big dummy. Dean was like, he looked like the lead singer of a punk band. Like, just shaved head, wore like a fucking like dumb leather jacket and shit. Tight jeans, all that. These two girls, for whatever reason, their names were Hannah and Sky. Chose this dude, Dean. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get in a fight over Dean. So they're like fighting over rights of like who gets to fuck Dean, I guess. And
all right.
They decide to fight in front of the food cart by the library. Big open like courtyard and stuff. It starts out with your average like hair pulling and slapping and stuff like that, and then a crowd kind of forms around them. And I'm not a tall guy, you know that, so I'm like third row, so I'm just kind of like peeking through the fight, trying to see what's going on. I don't get a good look at it. That's okay. The fight ends really quickly. Hannah scampers off, and then Sky, she's just crying, she's in tears, and then the crowd's just kind of like, so I'm like, what the fuck happened? You know, like, what happened? So this was like right around the time that like videos on phones were becoming like discernible with the human eye.
Okay.
So after the fight, I went back to class, and one of my buddies who was front row had a video of the fight. So he plays this video back for me on his like first generation iPhone. And Hannah and Sky are fighting, you know, shove, push. I want to describe Sky's attire. She's wearing a tube top today. Weird choice to get into a fight in a tube top. I know. And a mini skirt. I know. Apparently, she was wearing some sort of thong or something under the mini skirt. Because at one point, she got, like, punched in the gut and, like, explosively shit herself. And, like, this splatter of human feces right onto the sidewalk. And that's why the fight ended so abruptly and everybody started fucking off. And I'm like watching this on like a not even 480p video, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god. That poor woman had to change schools probably like 18 times. But you know what?
No.
It's one of the like better memories of high school for me. Not because of this poor woman getting her like life ruined, but I don't know. It's just it's like the one thing I remember about high school that actually stuck with me. So anyway, those are two fucked up ways in which like both of my stories revolved around like taking things from women. So I don't know what that says about me.
Alright, pen night.
Yeah. I'm fucking Penn Squire over here. Alright, were you able to think of anything?
Well, I think mine just more like wholesome.
Sure. It's hard not to be more wholesome than
I was like a very mid-tier student when I was at school. Like, I definitely could have done way better, but like, you know, like my heart just wasn't really in it. But in my last semester, like, it became apparent to me that if I was going to get into college, I needed to improve my grades.
Mm-hmm.
So I grinded, like, a lot to get my grades, like, way higher than they've ever been in my final semester. And I knew that I managed to get in eventually because, like, I got accepted and everything. And, like, all the way through the year, I maintained my average. And then, so once I'm already in, like, fast forward to the graduation day, and we're going through the award ceremony. And for the awards, you know, like, we're just going person by person, all cheering, like, you know, like, all our boys, like, winning the, like, athlete awards and stuff. And then eventually there's an award for the most improved in math category.
Oh god, yeah, I won one of those.
And they called me for it. And when it happened, I just couldn't believe, like, I was just so stunned. Like, I didn't even get up at first just because, like, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I got a most improved student, which is basically like you used to be a dumbass award.
Yeah, congrats on being a dumbass anymore, dumbass. So, like, I went up to get my award, and, like, I was just so fucking confused, like, as I was doing it. Like,
oh, man.
I was such a fucking, like, mid-tier student with, like, no interest in school or, like, sports or anything. Just up here claiming my award, then going back. And I still have it in my room.
That's
within
so
eye
funny,
shot of
dude.
where I am now. It's so funny. It's got like a legit name and everything, and it's like a plaque. And I fucking beam around with my friends with it all the time because like so many of my friends are like obviously way better students than me, but they didn't take home any graduation awards.
That
So,
actually,
yeah,
Oh, that brings
have
back
that.
so many fucking memories of our like senior superlatives and all that stuff.
It's great.
When I first started running, because I didn't run until I was a junior, I think. My GPA was so low. It was so bad. My coach came into. My coach was a history teacher, so he came into my like American government class or whatever the fuck. Because they were in the same wing, and he sits down in the desk in front of me as if he's paying attention to class, just kind of nodding his head and everything, just kind of nodding along. And then after a minute or so of that, he just like really aggravated. He like turns around and he's like, Lasho, do you know what your GPA is? And I was like, no. And he goes like, it's too low to fucking run. And then he stands up, walks out of the classroom, and he doesn't like slam the door because they're unslammable. They've got that like dumbass hinge on them. But he pulled that door shut so fucking aggravated. And then the teacher whose room I was in, ostensibly trying to learn, the teacher was like, well, he's not wrong. And it just like went along with the lesson, and I was like, holy shit. Oh man, I better get my shit together.
What?
You hate to see it.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, it's Dr. Hot Dog. What's up, man?
Well, I'm just here to bring you guys a quick ad read. First of all, we'd like to thank everybody for listening along to the Johnson & Johnson podcast. This week's episode is brought to you by Sexting with Your Cousin.
Oh!
Which, in a word, is not bad. You know, it's a safe way to experiment, fool around as a youth. And we here at Sexting with Your Cousin would like to welcome to every Johnson & Johnson loyal listener. We couldn't do this without you. And don't forget about Sexting with Your Cousin. Now, back to the show.
Hey, Hot Dog, are you still in here?
Thanks, Hot Dog.
Hopefully next week I'll be on like for the real deal.
Hey, Hot Dog,
week,
I'm gonna send you a link. Oops, wrong one.
What'd you send him, dude?
Here we go. I'm gonna send you a link about how it's a Reddit post of today I fucked up by almost eating my cousin out in her office. It's a hilarious story. You should read it because that guy sexted his cousin for like a month.
Yeah, see, that's where you're supposed to stop it, though. You're not supposed to eat them out. You're just supposed to...
Well, he didn't. He just traveled halfway across the country. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Have fun with the show, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, man.
See you, pal.
Take it easy, bud. Another great ad read.
Yeah, I'm going to just get that off the browser real quick.
Fair enough. Should we move on?
Yeah, next question.
Alright, well, the next question isn't much better than the ad read. It's, how do you think Anchorage will do this season after the massive influx of new players in the league?
So I'm going to answer this as if we're still in the preseason sim. Oh, we're going to do great. Oh, we're going to do so good. We're going to do so hot.
Top 4 easy.
Oh, yeah, we're going to win it all. We're going to take the 4-star home, and we're going to fucking make it the 8-star, if you know what I mean.
We're going to make a huge run at it. Finals at least.
We're going all the way. I've already talked to Joe, and I'm going to stay down for another 7 seasons just so I can keep this shit up. Like,
oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Realistically, though, we're not doing as well as I thought we would.
Not at all.
Simon T doesn't really seem to agree with our shit. So
yeah.
Maybe we'll get...
Yeah, it's bad.
Let's just say we're thankful that every team qualifies for the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we'll just see where it goes from there. Like, maybe our team catches, like, a hot streak right as the playoffs roll around.
Like we did last year.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think, yeah, it all depends. But I think that it's looking pretty likely that we'll finish in the bottom 4. But if we catch a Rich Vane soon, we could pop back out.
Vane. Wow. Got the
Anyway,
Minecraft talk up in here.
Anyway, moving on to another common question asker. Although at this point, to be honest, I kind of wish he wasn't the notorious Ting.
Yeah.
He always asks like the least conversational questions, but he also asks the most.
He's always like, "Hey, Gabe, talk about this inside joke."
Hey, Gabe, talk about Tig Murphy. So Tig Murphy finally showed some of that high-end potential when he led defensemen in scoring in the preseason. How much more disappointing will this make the inevitable 6-goal, 30-point season? See, I love this question because it's actually happening.
It's so, like... Not only do I love the question, I just love how optimistic he is that he's going to get fucking 24 assists. Like,
the thing is, right, is like... Okay, let me do some quick math. But, so...
Yeah, in the meantime, I'll just shit on Tig. It's going to make it really disappointing. You're going to disappoint us so bad that your mommy's going to take away most of your good boy points. And you're not going to get any more chicken tendies, Tig.
The best part is that right now, I just did the math and Tig isn't even on pace for 30 points.
That's what I'm saying. He's not going to...
Yeah. I mean, he's on pace to get more than 6 goals, so Tig can be happy about that.
Wow,
but
so he might get like an 8-goal, 14-point season.
Yeah. So yeah, he's on pace for like 28 points right now.
Okay, well if he can make it to 30 then.
He's got, I think, like 1.5 KTP or something like that, or like he's got a lot. He's like one of the higher earners. I think he's like either the highest earner in his class or like
Wow.
right up there. But yeah, his players just never brought the goods.
You know, sometimes sometimes you're born to fly, sometimes you ain't.
Yeah, his TP is like 1.4k right now.
Wow. That's got to be disappointing. You know, you hate to see it.
Yeah, you just hate to see
You
it.
just hate to
And
see
then another question from Notorious Sting is, so at GWD Johnson, assign a song to each of your Hamilton teammates and explain why you chose those songs. This is a troll question.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna assign. Take place in Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna assign a song. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
I'm just gonna. Okay, you know, I'll put this question in the ground right now. Assigning that, like, you know, like stock carnival music
Oh
to
yeah,
all of them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
that, except to all of them.
Yeah, well, they
And
are a clown show.
obvious reasons why.
I'm going to
Yeah.
ask the next question because it's directed at you. So
Okay.
it feels appropriate. This is from Daft Raincloud, Jonas Larson, a.k.a. Dilk. He'll know what that means.
Of course.
Why do you hate freedom? Particularly the First Amendment. Also, why do you hate the truth? My theory is that it's because you live in Canada where they have no rights. Thoughts on the matter?
All this just because I was stopping him from trolling people in a CC2.
Why do you hate freedom?
I don't hate freedom.
Well, then why do you hate the truth?
I don't hate any of those. I was just telling fucking Boom and Dab to stop trying to stir the pot in his thread.
What's it like living under authoritarian rule in Canada? Where you're not allowed to
Canada's
experience
like the opposite of that.
where you're not allowed to experience free thought, emotion, anything like that. Would you say it's better or worse than America where everything's free?
Sorry, Trudeau's not letting me answer that question. We gotta move on.
Alright, I gotta move on. Sorry, Dilk, I tried.
You tried. The government's breaking down my door as we speak. Quick, move on. Nothing's going on here.
We got Joe, who is the love of my life, the sun to my stars, the moon in my heavens. He asks, first, let's talk about barbecue sauce. He says, if you're going to grill some chicken or ribs, what's your favorite flavor? Kansas City, Memphis, Carolina Red, Carolina Gold, just to name a few, of course. And he's right. There's like a million different barbecue sauce flavors out there. Do you have a particular barbecue sauce that you like, Gabriel?
No.
Okay.
I
You
don't
might have
know it.
surmised by the way I read this question that I do. My dad, a while back, went through like this weird pit boss renaissance where he just got really good at barbecuing stuff for some reason. So I'm actually spoiled in that I get my daddy's ribs every now and again. And I don't know. Down here in Florida, we don't really do a ton of sauce. We like to do dry rubs, at least
Right.
in my area. But when I do chicken, I like to use a Carolina Gold is good for chicken. It's kind of sweet, crisps up because it's got a high sugar content. Kansas City's a little runny. Memphis, wouldn't be too good on chicken. But yeah, there's like a Coca-Cola based sauce. It's also really good on chicken again because it's kind of sweet and molassesy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of a barbecue snob nowadays.
All right.
Barbecue.
I mean, I like barbecue sauce. Just I'm not like a expert on it.
Yeah, definitely. That's a fair take. Not a lot of people offhand know the difference between all the like regional barbecue sauces. Secondly, Joe asked, let's say that the SHL is having a huge shakeup, and as a result, you get traded somewhere else. Where are your current top 3 destinations in the SHL to go, and what are 3 that you really like to avoid?
My favorite part about this is that like he puts me in a trap with this question to not answer Nola for the avoid because like I'm not just gonna shit on him for his own question.
Oh, I'd shit on him. Yeah, fuck it. It's Joe, man. He likes
fair
that
enough.
stuff.
That's right. Okay, but Nola's not on my list anyways, so it's fine.
Yeah.
For avoid, I'm probably an easy one for me is Winnipeg.
Agreed.
Just I'm sorry, Winnipeg. I just don't like Winnipeg might be full of fantastic people, but you know, I just really hate how they're just a team that exists already.
Yeah.
And I know that they existed before the NHL Jets came back. I know, but it doesn't look right.
Yeah, agreed.
You have
It's
all
out of
these
place.
good, unique teams. And it's like,
Yeah.
I understand that's like you want to hang on to that because it's like we were here first. But, you know, it's like, I just don't like it.
I agree.
I think also, I mean, I guess like now it's less of a meme, but I'm still going to say the Chiefs.
Agreed.
Just
Okay,
because.
So 2 out of 2 so far.
I mean, the Chiefs are doing great this season, and Big Z like the best defenseman in the league so far.
Yeah.
But you know, like they're still the Chiefs.
They're,
Like,
they're the fucking Chiefs, man. You gotta hold that up.
and I think for I don't have probably West Kendall
Okay.
because I already share one locker room with Ass Clap, and
Yeah,
that's good enough for me.
that's kind of enough.
Yeah, so that's all I got for Avoid.
My
yeah, you
two
do
on
your Avoid.
Yeah, my 2 on avoid are actually the same. Winnipeg and
Okay.
Minnesota. However, my third one, actually, this would be my first avoid. The first place I don't want to go to.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be kind of a two-parter. The Manhattan Rage,
Oh.
because I do not want to play with fucking Boom.
He plays for Chicago.
Oh,
Man.
that's right, Chicago. I'm sorry. The Bulls connection with Joe Dan gets me all fucking thrown off all the time. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play with. Boom. And then it says there's a huge shakeup, so I guess really it's not Chicago that I have the issue with so much as I don't want to end up as on the same team as Boom. For the love of Christ.
Fair enough. We already have to share a locker room with them.
Oh,
all
he's
the
so
time.
annoying. There's literally an emoji we made so I can like
It's
shit
just
on
I love the crying Jordan emote. We just called it CC2. And then we just made 2 emotes especially for him.
I guess I'll do my teams that I'd like to go to first.
Yeah, sure, and then I'll do mine.
Jeez. I would like to go to the North Stars.
Okay.
Kind of big. You know, I like ML a lot. He's a cool dude. I feel like I can maybe do some work on the North Stars. As much as it's kind of a meme right now, the Barracudas.
Right.
JSS seems like a good GM, and you know.
You know, JSS goes to my school.
Really?
Yeah. Just today, earlier, he was DMing me about his schedule and stuff there.
Oh, that's funny.
So, yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of who my like third would be. It's kind of hard. I guess maybe West Kendall. I wouldn't mind being with Asclap too much, and they seem to have a pretty like good defensive core that I could fit into.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So for me, Toronto's definitely there for me too. I think Toronto's a interesting situation because they're like parking the fucking tank right now. Their record so far this season is 1-11-2 because ML's just trying to go for the almighty tank this season because the team's dead. And I think it would just be really interesting because Toronto's locker room is a disaster because their whole team is like inactive, bar like a few people. So it would be really interesting just joining a team where you're part of like a project to like make the team alive again.
Yeah.
And also, since I would probably be the only good defenseman there for a little bit, it would inflate my stats a lot. So,
Oh, dude! And if I go to Tampa Bay, I get to play with Jenny again, so that'd be cool.
oh, it's true, yeah.
Jenny.
For me, for another team, it'd be probably Buffalo. Because
Yeah.
it's because I really like Tommen. He's a cool dude. Would
And
definitely,
you get to win everything forever.
yeah, pretty much. You just
That
get to
doesn't hurt.
fleece everyone in trades. You know,
Oh my god, the man's a fucking magician.
just like they don't really do so well in the regular season, but they're like the Golden State of the league, pretty much.
They are, yeah. Good analogy, really.
And I think if I had to pick another team, yeah, it's a tough one to be honest. I'd probably, if I had to choose, I'd probably say New England, just because it'd be cool to link up with Hot Dog,
Yeah.
and also it'd be hilarious to just play for the team that Asclap hates the most.
He does hate New England for like
He
no
hates
logical
them
reason.
so much. No, he hates them because their GM Ace calls up prospects early.
Oh,
He has a habit of calling up prospects like very early, hence why we didn't have Hot Dog last season.
gotcha.
He called up Hot Dog pretty much to play him on the fourth line with like no ice time. So yeah, that's part of the reason why we have a Pepe clown emote called Ace now.
Oh, I wasn't sure what that was about.
Yeah, it's pretty much just because Ace is a rep for calling up prospects
Got it,
early,
got it.
and Asclap hates him for it. So yeah, that's that question knocked down.
Boom. Get out of here, Joe. You done learned what you wanted to learn. Now trade me. When I saw this question pop up, I thought for sure, I was like, oh fuck, am I getting traded?
he's like going through what teams he's got to market towards now.
Yeah.
He's as he's listening, he's hitting up ML in the DMs.
Like he's willing to trade me. You know, he's like, don't get me wrong. You know, I will trade you, but I want to make sure it's a good fit for you.
Yeah, you know, like, he's just getting your he's getting your no trade list.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing it indirectly. Oh man, a bunch of food questions.
Yeah, which is good. We're almost at the end of the podcast, so we can kind of power through these.
Yeah, let's power through.
What makes the best burger in your opinion? I know we've already talked about burgers, but that was like episode 1 maybe. So we can
talked.
go over it again.
Like, okay, I've already gone over this question. My answer is boring as fuck. Okay.
Yeah, Gabe likes the Jimmy Buffett cheeseburger in paradise. Lettuce, tomato, you know, hot fried potato. That's it. Like he's just a very basic bitch when it comes to burgers.
Of course.
I like a smash burger. You know, smaller, thinner patty, a little crispy on the edges. You can layer them up together. You can put cheese between them.
Look it up. Next question.
Look it up. Next question, Wasti. What about fries? Shoestring, waffle, crinkle cut, etc.
I like crispy fries, to be honest.
Yeah,
For
I
me,
like,
it's got to be like, you know, the bottom of the box is like, you know, a little bit soaked.
Exactly. I don't care what like format my fries come in as long as they're crispy. I will say that crinkle fries can fuck off. They're
Which ones are those again?
those are they're like usually fatter and they look kind of like an accordion.
Oh yeah. No, I don't like those.
So like the ratio of meat to crispy skin, it's just a bad ratio.
Yeah,
So,
I don't like those.
In that
Agreed.
regard, crinkle fries can fucking suck me.
Yeah. Oh, favorite dipping sauces.
Yeah.
So, what are your go-tos or everyone's favorite dipping foods?
Fries, nuggies, wings, chips, etc. I really just love honey mustard. Like if I'm in
Same.
a dipping mood,
Same.
love some fucking honey mustard.
Okay.
There's like
Yeah,
a
we're
million,
really agreeing on everything this time.
there's like a million different ways to do honey mustard too.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
sweet.
honey mustard's great.
Yeah.
Honey mustard, barbecue sauce. I really like honey garlic.
Oh
That's a
shit,
great-
yeah.
It's not so much a dipping sauce, I don't think.
Well,
but
like if you get wings, you can have them tossed in honey garlic, and that's a good.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good. Yeah.
that's great.
I recently had It had wings from fuck, I forget where. But they were tossing like a mango something, like mango habanero hot sauce. I think that was fucking delicious. Hot as hell, way hotter than habanero should be.
Oh yeah,
but really good. Also, he just dipped chips. I don't think I really dip chips. Salsa, I guess. I mean,
yeah. A good like
Yeah.
spicy salsa.
I like my stuff spicy.
Okay, so you might have done this before. We haven't, but right?
Maybe we can do like top three, bottom
Okay.
three again.
My bad.
Oh yeah, rank
Yeah.
the SHL logo. So we can do like top three,
Yeah,
bottom
yeah.
three.
We could, yeah.
Because ranking them all
Um,
individually is going to be kind of hard.
Let's see. If I had to give a top 3,
Excuse me.
come on, man, not on the podcast. That's tough. I really like a lot of the logos, to be honest. I like Nola's logo a lot.
Me too. Yeah, it's the old Homer boat, but it's original. It's colors you don't often see in sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody's gonna. I always say somebody's gonna prove me wrong in the comments, but nobody ever does. But like, there's plenty of purple in sports, but like the purple black doesn't. You don't usually see that go together. You
Yeah,
see like San
yeah, you
Francisco
don't.
with the purple and gold usually.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. Let me see. I like the Wolfpack's logo. I think
Really?
I
Okay.
think it's a or wait, no, I swear they did a new logo at some point.
They're like. I don't want to say they teased it, but yeah, I remember something from
God,
like in the off
God
season.
damn it. Now I'm gonna look dumb. It was okay, whatever the new logo was that I saw. Okay, maybe it's not
Jesus.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, not the current one. That one looks dumb. Another one. That's tough. I just like the Nola one. I like the Renegades logo.
Renegades is cool.
Yeah, I like the rustic look of it, and the gray colors look cool. Makes for good jersey design too.
Yeah, it looks like NHL appropriate to me. Like it looks like
Yeah.
something you could conceivably see on an
Definitely.
NHL team.
And I think for a third one, probably LA's logo. I
The
really
Panthers?
like the look of that one. Yeah,
That's maybe my number one actually.
yeah.
It's good colors. It matches well. Like when you look at their jersey designs and stuff, their alternate logo works with their primary, which not a lot of teams seem to care about that. Yeah, it's just good. It's good colors. You know, the silhouette stands out well. I like it. Good word mark too. The actual like Panthers word mark.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
All right. What are your 2 other favorites?
yeah. I don't know. I think we're gonna go with Nola. You know, it's
Fair.
just a strong one. And then maybe kind of an outsider. Unpopular opinion, maybe the Buffalo Stampede. There are a few, you know, the North Stars, the Platoon, Winnipeg, and
Yeah.
Buffalo that all have that same kind of like disc shape. But I don't know. I guess just the colors of Buffalo. And,
Yeah, the color scheme is very good.
and it's very simple. North Stars tries to maybe do a little too much with the Space Needle or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
The Platoon,
CN
a few
Tower.
too many colors. CN Tower, yeah.
The Space Needle's
Needle's
not
a
in
little-
Toronto.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll let it slide.
Maybe I don't know my Pacific Northwest geography so well.
All right. No,
Northwest.
least favorites.
Oh, okay.
If I'm gonna be honest, probably Hamilton. There's just something about an angry-looking bird that doesn't really do it for
Yeah.
me. You know, like I like the team name.
Yeah,
I think it's really cool, but I think the logo itself just looks kind of dumb.
you could like definitely iterate on that a little bit, and I feel like just improve it just a little.
Yeah. I think the lion in the San Francisco jersey looks a bit weird.
Looks a little bit broad.
Yeah. It's and probably the Chiefs, just because I think I don't really like the whole theme of like Native Americans being used as like sports logos.
Me neither.
So and they're just the Chiefs, right? So like you gotta have them on a not top 3.
Yeah. My bottom 3. It's real easy for me.
Oh yeah.
In fact, it's so easy. I'm probably gonna have these guys tie for worst. The Edmonton Blizzard, the New England Wolfpack, and the Calgary Dragons. All 3 of those logos look like they're ripped off of furry porn. Like, I don't know. like the Calgary Dragons, it's like smirking. It's like, hey, I'm a dragon. I got a big veiny dick.
Ooh,
then you look at the fucking...
The Blizzard one is a little bit...
The Blizzard's like,
I see it now.
I'm hard and focused, and I'm cold like ice. My name's Vince Rogers, and I'm a wolfkin. And you're like, settle the fuck down. And then, like, New England, I mean, what are you going for, bud? Like,
yeah, there's just something that just the wolf just doesn't look right.
Just hanging his tongue out. He's like, let me lick that dick. I don't know why they're all gay porn, but anyway, that's my bottom tier.
I like the explanation.
We're gonna take a moment here to shit on Winnipeg. Just grow up and change it, I guess. And then the San Francisco Pride with the bucktooth lion.
All right, so you've called out about a third of the teams there. So
yeah, really. It's anyway, 5 of the 16 teams.
And moving on. Next, we have our good old rookie Golden Apricot asking, "Who's the better line mate, Frith or Ferda?"
That's a trap.
Frith.
Oh, nice.
Which rookie wrote the best PT2 on Boom? All of them. I'm not sure if you caught wind of that.
No, I didn't.
But
actually,
all of them for PT2. The PT2 for the SMJHL is to find a player that you want to emulate or like live up to, and all of them did it on CC2.
Oh my god, that's so that's so fucking hilarious.
I mean, Homer pick is his question, but I really like Apricots because he spoke about he had a line that was like, "I hope to emulate Boom's signature ability of doing well in preseason and then disappearing when it matters."
One player in the SHL I think everyone should try to emulate is Cameron Carter II, known as CC2, MJ of the SHL and member of the Chicago Syndicate. Cameron, is a strong skater and defender, thinks I too am strong in, and hope to improve in the future. The issue I will have emulating the great CC2 is the fact that he has a strong scoring presence, which is something I will struggle with for the duration of my career. MJ is also strong on the puck with his great puck handling. One of his greatest statistical abilities, his great strength, might be the ability to disappear after the preseason. As someone who also is not a large presence on the score sheet, this gives me hope that I too can be a strong scorer in the preseason, just like MJ.
I love that one.
And then Ferda immediately afterwards. MJ.
Ferda's is just like all out praise.
CC2 is truly the MJ of the SHL, and you can't even argue about it because he's busy styling on all your asses night in and night out.
Yeah.
Oh, Ferda also uses the SIG I made him. That's cool. That's great, though. I love our fucking rookie class, man.
Dylan made a good one, too. But, oh, god damn it. Yeah, Daft wants to know why Gabe hates freedom. Shut up. Fucking Apricot.
Oh, I see that edit. Def wants to know.
Yeah, great edit.
Good edit, bud.
And then our good friend Bongo, Stavros Halkias, who I think just got home from a trip to Portugal recently.
He went
sick
overseas,
as a dog. Yeah. And he said, "How much responsibility do you take for the Armada's slow start? 0? 100? I mean, I think it's really just a team failure, to be honest. Like,
yeah, like the captain response is to say like, "Oh, I take 100% responsibility."
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm definitely responsible for the penalty kill not being as good as it normally is. I don't really know what's up with that, but that kind of sucks. And also, I had good production in the in the World Junior Cup and in the preseason, and it's just not carrying over into the regular season. So I don't know. I some of it is definitely on my shoulders, but yeah, like you said, it's just like every facet of the team is just kind of not quite there. So I don't know. I'll say 5%.
The modest response.
Yeah, I'll say 5 to 7%, give or take.
No, I could say about 10.
Okay, then I got to be better than Gabe. I'll say 12.5%.
I'll do you one better. I'm worse. No, I mean everyone's just been pretty bad, to be honest. Like Dalcott and Primo have been doing like all the legwork.
Dude, I've been taking so many penalties this season. It's fucking unreal. I think I already have as many penalty minutes as I did all of last season.
I still haven't taken a single penalty.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Am I just taking all the team's penalties?
For real?
Like, am I a fucking thug now? When did that?
And they're all minor penalties too. You haven't dropped the gloves once.
Oh no, I have like -4 in fighting. I reallocated. But yeah, I think we're about at time. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
We're probably over time, to be honest.
Before we wrapped up.
Mike Izzy, give us that podcast partnership, bud.
Hey, Izzy, 14 days ago, that's a fortnight, pal. You said you were gonna fucking, oh hey, my name's Mike Izzy. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a liar. We're gonna debut this PT partnership soon. I'll let you know. We're gonna keep you posted for sure. And then
trust me, guys, we're gonna do it.
Trust me, guys, but I obviously didn't listen to the podcast because I didn't say Rosebud. So which is it? Is it?
All right, Izzy, you gonna say Rosebud, or are we gonna have problems?
Are you gonna say Rosebud, or Are you gonna say Rosebud, or am I gonna burn down the PT building?
Yeah, we're coming for the PT building next. We're gonna assemble our army of fans.
Yeah, our army of fans.
This is war.
We're gonna get
If by next podcast we don't have the PT partnership posted, we are declaring war on the PT department.
So you've got anywhere from 8 to 24 days, is he? Or we're gonna set our rookies on you.
And we'll have Hot Dog on the podcast, a member of the PT team. We'll declare war in his face.
Hell yeah.
We will sacrifice Hot Dog as part of our declaration of war.
Can you believe that guy's a doctor now? I can't believe we have to call him Dr. Hot Dog.
For real.
Surprised he hasn't changed his name in Discord to Dr. Hot Dog.
Yeah. We should poke him about doing that.
Thank you for listening to the Johnson & Johnson podcast. This was a very chaotic episode. Sorry about that bit there at the end. Izzy, that was not an actual bomb threat. There's no need to suspend our accounts.
SHL's going on lockdown now.
Oh, jeez, man. We sure did it. Hey, FBI, CIA, if you're listening, I didn't mean it. There is no PT building.
So if you guys like the podcast, be sure to ask more questions. I'm always panicked that 1 week we're going to go without anyone asking any.
Yeah, and then I'm going to have to tell more stories about girls shitting themselves in public.
Yeah, please ask questions. Give me questions. Give me money. Give me TP. Give me all.